Right, initially we're going to show how to get the fascia off. You take the bottom end of the fascia inside where the heat comes out and gently lift it towards you, removing it back, and then you take it upwards so as it takes it off the hanging hook. That's simply how it comes off. Now, to show you how to put it back on, we'll go through the way of putting it back on. It's just the reverse of taking it off. So you align the hanger with the top of the hook on top of the fire, and you take it round until it engages with the hook. Up a bit. Okay. And it drops down the hook, and then you let the fascia go back towards so it engages with the magnets on the front of the fire. So then you should have the bottom of the cutout in the fascia is more or less level with the fuel bed, and at the bottom you can see the switches. Right, so next what we're going to show you how to do is to get the fuel bed out and put it back in the correct place. So you'll have to take the fascia off, which you should have already have done, and remove the screws from the front panel that are holding the front panel on. There's a lip on top of the front panel that actually holds the fuel bed in place, and it seems to me like from the picture you've sent us that the fuel bed isn't actually in the correct position. It seems as though it's fell out and gone over the back. So you remove all the screws that are holding the front of the panel of the fire on, and then once the screws are out, the front panel can be withdrawn so that you can get at the fuel bed. There should be 8 screws to take out. Any screws that are between holes or are not obviously holding the panel down shouldn't be removed. Right, so off comes the front panel now, which leaves you with, you can see now how the fuel bed is fitted, but we'll take the fuel bed out so you can see how it goes in. Right, so the fuel bed's out. Now to put it back in, it has to go on the top of the front lip of the fire, and at the back there's another lip that it goes on top of, but it actually goes underneath of the shiny reflector. So we'll put the bed back in again now. It sometimes does take a little manipulation to get it exactly in the right place, but when it's in the right place it will go to the back and it will sit on the front of the box that's holding the lamps in, more or less spot on, and it will push right to the back of the box of the fire. So from there all you have to do now is put the front back on using the screws that you've removed, making sure that it actually does hold the fuel bed in place. So you look through the holes to find out where the holes are, line the first one up, and then all should go straight forward. Once you've got the fuel bed in place, you can either put the pebbles on then, or you can wait until you've put the fascia back on. Doesn't matter which really. It's just a matter of, it's probably easier to not put them on until you've got the fascia on. You might sort of be able to make a better assessment of what you want the arrangement of the pebbles to look like. Okay, so there you go, that's the fuel bed going back on. And then we go back, you put the fascia back on, but make sure that the magnets are in the correct place first. The magnets should be as shown, just above the one hole where the fire screwed into the wood, and the same the opposite side. So then we go back and put the fascia on, as we've already shown. Cross a bit. Right, there you go, fascia's on. Back to where we were. And you can see the switches and the thermostat quite clearly. And the outlet for all the heat is just underneath the bottom of the fascia. Okay, that's it.